going on, everybody? I'm Koshade. We got Sharkbait here. What up, Shark?
Hello.
We got Mr. Puddnhead. How you doing?
Hey.
And we have one of the first round games for this playtesting tournament. Knabbmaster versus Juli. We're going to go ×2 for this. Just because I find that it's easier to do that sort of thing.
And we can always speed up during the planning phase and slow down during the actions phase. So
absolutely we can. So I do want to point out that we're at channel 10. It looks like Juli's in the top left here with the Paladin. Channeling 10, and in the bottom right is Knabbmaster here with 10 channel as well. Big things that we're trying to test out here. And these are two really experienced players that we've seen in tournaments before, so I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this game.
Absolutely.
So
Juli's in the top with the Paladin
playing
green, and Knabbmaster's in the bottom with the Warlock playing purple. Is that right? Or is it blue?
It's like a blue.
Blue. Yes, blue. He's won the initiative, in fact.
So, yeah, I mean, Shark, why don't you tell us about Araxian with your dark self?
So that's funny you should ask me that plays the Araxian on occasion. The Araxian tends lately to run a lot of curses because the Araxian can get them back. On occasion, you'll see them run a creature build where you can pump out a bunch of stronger demons that you can make one of them your Blood Reaper, which can heal you. This one is an interesting one, let's put it that way. Araxian can do a lot of things pretty well, and he does the curse lockdown very well. So it's a matter of being able to exploit that strength against your opponent's inability to continue to keep up with all of your curses.
Yeah, and I would say one of the interesting things is, since we have like an incorporeal change, as we're saying this, Pentagram might actually be something we see more.
Yeah, I mean, by see more, we mean see ever, because previously it was never worth the mana to cast. Now, hey, look, it's cast in a tournament game.
Yeah, especially against someone like Juli.
And a game that,
Well, and it's a Holy Mage, right? So he's going to have easy access to Ethereal.
Yeah, and let's see if he actually goes for it, if he ignores it, actually.
And it looks like Paladin is in the top left, casting a Temple. Really standard play, going for that longer-term game. I mean, honestly, both of these mages do have, strategies where you battle forge or get aggressive with bigger creatures, things like that.
Yeah, there's usually two types of paladins that I see. One's a temple paladin, one's a you call them the squad, right?
Yeah, exactly, the squad.
Oh, we see a harmonize on the pentagram and a mana shard for the temple there.
Yep,
mana shard was in vogue for a while. When it first came out with the Elementalist Academy, and we haven't seen it in a whole lot of games recently.
Yeah, I kind of like
it.
Is. Just because like your mage could still get it even if they kill your spawn point. It's actually pretty nice.
We see Dorcius, the 14-cost horse, has recently been changed for playtesting.
Yeah, it actually just went up to 18 today, so it's really interesting watching an older.
Yep.
An older
this
game
match
from this
roughly a week ago at this point.
Yeah, and we got a meditation amulet.
And I won't call this a contributing factor, but it's another data point of why we are considering Dorcius to be a bit too strong for his original mana cost.
Yeah, Juli really likes Dorcius in his books, so it makes sense that we're seeing it early. And it looks like Knabbmaster's casting a Blood Demon, not making it a Blood Reaper.
Nope.
I've not seen a whole lot of Blood Reaper usage from Araxians recently.
You think it's just because of the life loss?
Maybe. I think it's life loss. Sometimes I think it's because they'd rather life loss to get 3 mana than...
yeah. That's fair.
Which, of course, is Ritual of Kellic. But also, Blood Reaper... speaking of Ritual of Kellic, there it is. Blood Reaper is also not as useful early on. It's more useful mid-game when you've taken damage and they've taken damage, and then the Blood Reaper can be at maximum effectiveness.
So. Also, I find, at least personally, that the Blood Reaper, when it's the only target on the board, is really easy to kill. When it's one of about 4, now it's just like an incentive added to what could be probably the third strongest threat on the board normally.
It's kind of interesting that he double moved and ritualed, because you'd think normally when you ritual, you lose life, so it's a little bit more dangerous. But I'm
Yeah, but
guessing
he
he's
starts with a lot.
yeah, like I'm guessing he's doing that because he wants to try to get pentagram mana, so he might try to get a little aggressive here.
That's fair.
And you guys want to talk about ritual?
Well, do you want to talk about the original ritual or the new one?
Just in general.
Okay, so ritual.
Hey, I don't want to see that book.
Huh? Oh.
It's so small.
Push your cards for the day. Anyway, ritual as it used to be, back in the way old times, used to be where you could you would take 2 damage on a creature you controlled and acquire 3 free mana from that. That was fairly easy to work around because you could find ways of mitigating that damage quickly and basically making it very low risk to mana ramp like crazy. We've changed it now to where it costs you, is it 2 life?
Life, yeah. Life instead of damage.
2 life instead of 2 damage, which is a bit more of a permanent kind of put you at a disadvantage for a short-term advantage kind of situation. So there's an actual cost and risk to it now, unlike the previously written card. But ritual at this point can be used to mana ramp, and in this case, it's being used to mana ramp so that he can put out multiple blood demons in a row. By the way, one of which was made into a blood demon. A blood reaper.
Yep.
Yeah, interesting that he chose the second one. I wonder if it was
So
like
we
beta.
see some hyper.
It's the buddy.
We see some hyper defense from Juli right now.
Yep, Juli's putting out hyper defense, but he's still running with the meditation amulet to also keep up with the mana ramp that he knows Knabbmaster's doing.
Yeah, this is pretty typical from holy mages to try to use the meditation amulet with the temple. I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen a cleric yet, but I guess Juli's probably just thinking like, if this is going to be super aggressive, I might as well get super defensive.
We also don't really need the clerics when you have the mana shard. So
that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Depending on your book build, it's rare to run clerics anymore.
Yeah, he's channeling so much more than Nab right now. Like Nab is literally spending life to keep up. Kind of interesting to think about.
Who needs to start doing damage? I would definitely take a 9 mana teleport to get that angel into the pentagram zone.
You think the angel would be the first target?
Because you have flow.
That's not who I would target first.
I mean, you take the horse too, but the horse can't. The horse isn't hindered by the blood demons.
Yeah,
the hindering is a big
going to be a problem for him if he wants to go in the long game because Dorcius's healing abilities are insane.
Yeah, Dorcius and Guardian Angel are really interesting combos because you get the heal 2 from Guardian Angel, and then you get the Dorcius heal 2. And if you put that in like a holy terrain, you can also heal an additional 1. That's actually pretty nice.
All right, it looks like we got a hugely stay alive sort of paladin here.
Yeah, Guardian Angel definitely old school style for the holy school, and I'm kind of excited to see the update and how people are running it today. Oh, I did not want to go there. My bad. You all know now.
What did we do? I looked away.
Good.
Koshi just can't keep himself from hovering over
I know.
cards.
I have to
do the
use my
same thing all
mouse.
the time.
I actually really like the Asterian robes as well. Just because like if they choose to focus on one creature, it just gives you an additional damage healing that you can move as well.
Yeah, there's the teleport that I was talking about.
Ooh, the kidnap. Okay.
I agree with the target choice. I think bringing the paladin over here means he can't use the amulet anymore, which gives him the
he has to leave.
Mana advantage. He has to leave and play defense instead of spending on mana. Right?
Yeah, you're right. There's the blood demon coming in.
And he rolls well. So
yeah, I mean he rolled 5, yeah.
I mean, 5 on 5. It would have been nice. It would have been a nice roll had you seen any armor on him, but
an interesting Dorcius and Dorcius is double moving. The reason why he's double moving is because he wants to heal the paladin.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a really smart move here.
Yeah, that's an interesting teleport yank early. I say that because right now I don't think that there's a board state that Nab has that could break through this defensive line that the Paladin has, which is 2 Guardian Angels and a very defensive horse. All of them have Aegis, all of them have regen or heal of some kind. it's going to be tough to break through unless he has a plan for just continuing to be able to pile on the damage. Because if he can't access the Paladin to what is it, bite, to gorging bite him, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, it's also interesting because the Blood Demons do heal as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of this weird who can stack more damage on one creature first.
Yeah,
Right, there's
although we do see
reveal.
Gura now too.
Yep.
Gura and the Paladin. That's
We'll
going to
keep
cancel
the
out.
Dorse's heal. Yep.
Yeah. So, he paid 8 mana to basically counter a 14 mana creature, plus other things, of course. But
I'm not sure I would call that a counter the creature necessarily.
It evens
counters
out.
the healing specific part
yeah,
of
it evens out. I mean, that's...
because that creature can still do quite a bit, including guard the Paladin.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not saying it's...
Yeah.
I guess what I'm saying is interesting that it cancels out.
Yeah. Yep. And what wouldn't help, though, right now is Poison Blood, interestingly enough, because Dorseus can get around that.
Yeah, you're right. I think Huli made the right call, though, saying, like, I'm against Dark Mages. Finite life is a possibility. Direct damage over time, also a possibility. Let's just get this out early. I think I was smart.
Well, I ask you this. At 14 mana, when Dorseus was 14 mana, is there any Holy Mage that didn't cast him early? Because I've never seen it.
Oh, man. Wait for the comments in the YouTube thread.
Yeah. Come at me, comments. That's fine.
Come at me. I love it.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I actually wonder if Huli's just going to chill and keep meditating.
He might be able to. It kind of depends, I think, at this point. Like I said, if Nab can find a way to get him into a dangerous position so he can prevent him from doing so through actions, not necessarily by, like, doing much else. Although he can also just nuke the meditation amulet if he wants. But
it'd be a really good choice for Nab is, like, Flame Strikes on the Blood Reaper.
That would be interesting here. Absolutely. Because is Blood Reaper once per turn?
I think Bloodthirsty is... I don't think Bloodthirsty is once per turn. I have to check.
No, I mean the heal that the Blood Reaper does.
Can you check that? I think it's
the first time. Okay.
time.
Well, it still is a quick heal on that one.
I have to double check that. Bloodthirsty. I don't think I've seen someone do that, but...
Yeah, I think for 5 mana you would rather hit with a flame or fire bolt, whatever it is. Fire stream.
Yeah. I mean
that's
Fire stream in this case would be 4 mana for 4 dice, whereas 5 for 5 would trigger 6 dice of damage.
Yeah.
Bloodthirsty is only once, isn't it? Once per round?
I don't know. That's what I was asking. I don't actually
once
know.
per action. It's the same as melee.
Is it once per
Okay,
action?
but it's differently classified than melee.
Right, but it's the same of once per action. So if it double strikes, the second wouldn't get bloodthirsty.
Yep.
As far as I'm aware, I have to double check that, but
yeah, it's double checking too. It's
okay, in that case, then yeah, flame strike would be better
because you're sitting on 6 dice. So, yeah, do we want to? Yeah, we don't have to. It's almost not the planning.
I've just been using the strikes a lot lately, so I've been like, how can I use this?
Yeah, I've used the strikes too, and the strikes have been very unkind to me. By that I mean the defenses that I ran into.
Oh, you ran into defense.
Firebrand Imp and a curse comes out from Nab. Firebrand Imp is one of those actually really, like, it seems like it's bad, but if you land those burns, it's pretty sick.
He's a good support creature, right?
There's the Mage
Bane. Support second line creature, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, like you do with like Mark for Death. I actually think a Dromlick Warlock's the better choice. But still not bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still good as a second line. Like right now, he's not the first target, and unless someone guards and he attacks into it, he's not likely to be attacked. So he can get some free damage out there, especially if he puts a burn on this 6 around for a while.
Yeah, it's a really good point, actually.
And so this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where it's a combination of curses and the ability at this point to put out some fairly strong demons to try to put as much damage on the Paladin as he can.
And no armor.
Yeah, he's doing quite a bit of damage to him.
From that. That's a huge hit. 5 damage? Damn. Yeah.
And this is, at the same time, healing Nab while he does that. So there's a lot of good options that he's got that Nab has still. Like, he has to be able to sustain the attack, but if he could find a way to keep getting hits on Yuli's mage, he's going to be set up pretty well, at least.
Here's the double guard going down.
Let's see, with 1 mana, I'm expecting there to be another ritual about to come out.
Or a punch.
Yeah, this is where Juli gets super defensive.
Yeah,
interesting. I mean, he's
He's
not really
going for
being
broke.
punished, so it does make a lot of sense to do this.
Yeah, he's going for broke.
Mm-hmm. Like, the Paladin being at 14 damage, like, you really have to start playing defensively when you have no armor.
Yeah, and there's a lot of curses on there. One of those could be a rust, invalidating the first piece of armor you put on.
Guardian Angel comes in for 3 damage. The
Could
Blood Reaper.
smacks him. And of note, one of the reasons to do that is that Juli has initiative next time, so he can just bring the Guardian Angel back and guard as well. On top of the other guard he's already got.
Yeah, that was a smart move.
So Paladin sitting right at 14, and we talked about the Ghoul Rot canceling out Dorceus. In this case, also, Dorceus is canceling out the Ghoul Rot, because without Dorceus right now, that you'll be at 18 of 36, that's half dead.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a big deal.
So it is a pretty big deal. Oh, I'll be right back. My dog's barking.
Dog's like, I disagree.
Yeah, this is where I would want to have some positioning spells, I think. I think you could actually beat through the Paladin if you could get Dorceus out of position.
Yeah, especially if you wait till after it's acted or something like that.
Here's the question: Do you try to beat through the Paladin, or do you try to get Dorceus out of position and capitalize on killing Dorceus? Do you run the risk of being one?
At this point, I would probably go for Dorceus.
But what happens then? The Cataclysm comes in. What happens if there's another one?
If there's another one,
how much do you spend on killing Dorceus for there just to be another one? Is there a limit for you?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
usually you spend
right
more
now. The Paladin isn't doing any damage really.
He's increasing his board state pretty well all the way through this.
Yeah,
oh, geez,
there's
a
dead Blood Reaper.
He's gonna kill him.
And he kills him. All 3 crits. That's a dead Blood Reaper, and that's a bad swing. It was a good Ballista play. Yeah. It was a bad swing for Nab.
Yeah, Ballista's one of those really good cards.
Yeah. Ballista's pretty good. It's really good in certain situations. It's very meh in others. In this case, especially against flyers and those who are not in its zone, when the fight is elsewhere, it's great.
I think at this point, after you start losing creatures, you kind of have to just kill the Paladin.
You have to kind of switch into the turbo curse at this point. But
yeah, I mean, he has the curse game still, so it's not like it's over by any means.
Oh no, it's definitely not over. But this can show you like how many resources do you spend on trying to kill the defenses versus how many resources do you invest in just trying to kill the Paladin before it matters.
And there's the yank.
Just going to keep doing keep yanking him back.
And Juli meditating, interesting choice too.
Yeah, you lose up to 1 armor right now, and that 1 armor will, interestingly, decrease the dice from the Firebrand imps. So that's at least not useless, but
yeah. It's because it's flame -2 as well.
Yeah, the horse just runs right in.
Yeah, this is a smart choice.
Yeah,
to bring Dorceus in, because he's not attacking Dorceus at all. He's totally safe.
There's a burn.
That being said, I mean, Juli's at 17 damage. That's getting there.
17 damage. He's got a burn on him. It's got Ghoul Rot, and I don't know what actually is behind the rest of the cards here, but there's probably something along the lines of Unholy Reversal, maybe.
That would be a really smart choice.
That's probably what I would be running at this point, but I don't know if he does, actually.
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Aegis and Armor stack together exceedingly well. Like, it's insane. Like, if you have the choice between, like, 3 armor or, like, Aegis 1, Armor 1, you probably want Aegis 1, Armor 1.
That's true.
And then, of course, on top of that, being able to heal passively, big deal to just sort of give you this, like, trifecta of super tank.
Yeah, and it looks like the Unholy Reversal is there to do the extra damage.
Dude, Nab really playing this well. Suddenly the Paladin's surrounded. Guardian Angels are a little out of position.
Well, the thing about the Guardian Angels, though, is they can come in and guard at any point, and he has enough creatures to block all of the Warlock's creatures. So the Warlock is going to have to do the damage himself in some fashion, whether it's through fire, through attack spells, through cursing. He's got to find a way to get the last 13 points of damage on him before the Paladin can stabilize.
I mean, this is where you would do the classic explode the cloak.
Yeah, that'd be
that's what I like to do, but
get rid of the flame minus, get rid of the armor.
and get an attack in at the same time. It's a 4 dice
Yeah.
attack with a pretty high burn chance.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there.
So yeah, we'll see here.
I
Yeah,
wonder. I wonder if Huli had like
Warlock's
a
Torment out too.
yeah,
right.
right. I wonder if
what were
Huli
you
had
saying,
like a messenger of Bim prepped or something like that.
And just never got close enough. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like he would have casted it at that point though.
Like I
Maybe
mean on the
he's saving
spawn
his
point.
mana.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe he's saving his mana now for something.
yeah, he might be.
But there is 6 on that spawn point now, so he can get something out of it.
Afflicted demon.
Afflicted demon, interesting. Disciple of Radiance.
Oh, interesting.
There's
Okay.
a cleric for you.
Yeah. Huh.
So he thinks he's gonna get a game out of that.
That's a longer game kind of strategy. So I'm curious how that works out for him.
Oof,
Sick
what a roll.
hit.
Max
That was-
damage, but brace yourself blocking too. That's gonna be good in this turn, especially. Still gets 4 damage on him. That puts Juli up to his 27 of 36. But here's what I'm saying. The Guardian Angels here could prevent Juli from taking any more damage this turn.
Yeah. I mean, Guardian Angels are just so good. Like if you look back at like some of our Gen Con videos, you'll see some like
Yeah, they're
Guardian Angel
fantastic
plays.
defensive creatures.
Makes a defense.
They're decent when you try to make them.
2 damage.
I would hope they're not the only offense, but they're decent at it.
Yeah, he can
They're
actually
just solid
block
for their
everything,
mana.
can't he? Wow.
Yeah, they're solid for their mana.
That's actually really interesting to watch.
So
I guess he
just
could get a flame attack
Hmm?
from his Warlock if he really wanted to. He could attack with
Yeah, if he wanted to start throwing fire, like Fire Stream, he could throw right now, but it can only come from the mage right now. Right.
Ritual. He's really committing to that. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
actually
he-
really happy he's committing to this because this used to win games because he'd be at, still insane life.
He'd have 10 more life than he does right now, yeah.
I saved it for the remove curse.
Yep. There it is. So that gets rid of a lot of the problematic ones, and this is where it could
Okay, he's gonna start healing.
quickly turn the other way for Paladin.
Ooh,
Yeah.
and regen. Okay.
So now he's got regen 1. He's got the Dorsius heal for 2.
And armor 2.
He's got what?
And he went up to armor 2 too.
Oh, right, yeah, he's got extra armor now. Not that he's safe by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh, he one-shotted it.
Yeah.
Damn.
See, Dorsius just rolls too high for his medic.
I mean, that was a lucky shot.
Joke.
Lucky
Please don't
shot,
get
man.
mad. Please don't get mad. Chat, it's just a joke on that one.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Huli is doing that trifecta we were talking about: Aegis, armor, regen, passive healing. So he's going to heal 3 passively while having 2 armor and Aegis 1.
I guess Knabbmaster's options at this point are keep doing Unholy Reversal to try to keep bumping the damage up, but it's going to trigger on different times, right? Like,
I mean, this is a big.
yeah. So that's exactly. Look,
There
you
is
says in
an
chat, I
order.
want to heal Iron.
That was really smart.
Yeah.
He blocks 1 so he could heal 2. Then, very cool.
And that, yeah, exactly. So it triggers an Unholy Reversal where he takes 3 damage. It then heals from Dorsius, the 2. So it's a net of only 1 damage instead of the 3 he would otherwise have taken. The burn gets removed. Oh no.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
really unlucky.
So we're looking at it, and I like the way this Warlock plays, but it's looking, the longer this game goes, the less likely this Warlock can hold on to this board position, because there's far more holy creatures in this zone than his own creatures. I say far more. There's 1 more holy creature in the zone, but none of the dark creatures are strong enough to really take down any of the holy creatures.
Yeah, Huli's
On
playing
their
this
own.
really well. I mean, honestly, the removing of the curses was perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed. He now also has a ballista shot because the Warlock can't concentrate on taking out the ballista, so it's a free 5 dice of damage every other turn. It's a free action.
And the fact
at
that he has
point, too.
2 instances of heal that he can choose from, that's a big deal for Unholy Reversal. That's like
It is.
That's like a really cool, like Huli's playing in this weird pocket where he's barely alive, but he's like trying to hold out because he knows he's going to generate more power.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda
He's
crazy.
playing the long game, and the curve is getting close, but he's starting to curve into where, like, what do you call that in Magic? Where you curve into your strategy there. And he started to hit that. I can't remember.
I mean, you basically hit like a peak of power where you just override your opponent with.
And at this point, he's
straight up
starting to peak, and like it's catching up to where Knabbmaster's early advantage is starting to fall back.
Yeah, he is at 29 out of 36, though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That being said, Knabbmaster has definitely put himself in a position still to win this. He's done a great job, but you can see the build-up from the Paladin also. So it's going to be interesting to see who can enforce their will, I guess, on the other.
Yeah, like a part of me wants to say like Explode would be interesting here, but it's probably not worth it. Ooh,
I don't know. Explode would actually be really good here because it does get you extra dice. Oh my god, Knabbmaster's really committing to the life thing though. -4.
And here comes the healing.
There's the You don't kill me, I'll do it.
So an average on the heal.
That's good. Average on the heal, but even then it feels like a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of healing sources on the board right now.
Every point of healing is a big deal when you have Aegis.
Especially right now, yeah. Because the defenses are starting to get built up. It's working.
Ooh, he's gonna take out the imp. That's a huge deal.
Wow, way overkill.
It's a big deal because it's designed to get rid of guards. So now Juli's basically locked himself in as being like this crazy defensive tank. And there's not a lot Nab can do now, honestly. This game might be over.
12 points of damage with his Warlock, and his Warlock has 5 mana.
So if he tries to use attack spells, there's a Guardian Angel. So he might... I guess he could force push...
Oh, man. And he nails the last curse there with Enfeeble.
Oof. He could force push... Well, he doesn't have the mana anymore because he cast Dark Pact.
Oh, he does have the force push. He could push it out and then hit him with the Blood Demon, I guess, but that's not going to do much right now.
Yeah, it's going to be... The Blood Demon's going to have 3 dice against 2 armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these rolls are just... Wow. Juli's just living through it, dude.
Well, this is on the Guardian Angel, too, so Guardian Angel don't care.
Guardian Angel took some damage and then immediately guarded to heal that.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't really care that there's weaks on the Guardian Angel.
I think there's too much healing for him to keep up with.
I almost feel like an early Deathlock would be... I don't know. I
mean, Deathlock would keep his healing to only 2, which is Dorcius.
Yeah.
So you're right, it would help, but he also needs to be able to continue to put damage on him.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, there's too many guards. He lost the board control.
Yeah, part of me thinks if you use Ritual, you should punch things, because then you generate mana for your pentagram. In this book, anyway.
I could see that being a fair statement. I don't know if I don't think I've thought about it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for sure.
This is also of note. The second
the Guardian Angel makes the defense. Damn.
The second time the Guardian Angels made the defense. Out of, I think, 3 attacks on Guardian Angels. So there's a bit of that going on, but even then, the Guardian Angel would not be anywhere near danger close to dead if they got hit by both. Interesting. Going for the push now.
So he's going to try to attack spell.
Is he?
I mean, okay, so it blocks 2 healing. That was smart.
That was smart. He only gets 1 now.
He gets the guard out. I think his best bet might just be to try to attack spell him.
Yeah.
What do you use here? Use Fireball with 8 of your 10 minutes? Oh, no, there's Unholy Reversal.
It's just not going to work. Yeah, so that's 3 more damage. Okay.
That's not terrible. So with a Fireball, you would have to roll 9 on 6 dice.
You can't do that because he has
the other issue that you run into. Yeah, exactly. He's he could just heal through it. Excuse me. So your option then becomes
finish or something.
Oh, see, I was thinking Poison Blood attack with the Blood Reaper maybe, but even that's not going to be enough damage. So you'd have to basically try to set it up so Juli's still at high damage your next initiative.
Yeah, but I mean 4, 5, 6.
Tough. Right.
6 plus piercing 2. That actually would be.
It'd be good.
Okay.
It'd be good.
I would think that you could Poison Blood and then hit with the Blood Reaper. And then
that would deal probably 5 damage.
And then you can pass a number of times or just attack the other creatures, and then with your last action you could you could do a
zone
area of attack spell. Or
the problem with the attack spell is the mana. He has 3 mana post Poison Blood. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
I mean, I want to point out that
right now.
flame -2 really does affect that too, unless
It
he has
does.
a non-flame.
Or you could wait for the horse to act, and then you could push him out of the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also run the risk. Okay, that. The
Oh, Nab!
Oh, that was a great play.
Beautiful play. Nab's really fighting here. Okay.
He's not dead yet. I still think I'd prefer a poison blood, but he has 5 mana to do it, so maybe he can pull
this
that
is a big
off.
deal here. 5 dice coming in.
Oof,
Rolls 1 under.
that's
Okay.
not the best roll.
It's not terrible though. 4. I mean, you're expecting between 4 and 6. That's not bad. It's not great, but Nab needs to find a way to make sure that Paladin doesn't heal anymore, man.
Nab is at 0 damage, so it's.
Yeah, 0 damage, 24 life.
There's the heal.
There it is. 24 life with no armor though. It's going to be a quick.
I mean, I
Lots
know
of damage.
in a lot of my holy mages, I run 2 minor heals, 2 heals, just because of situations like this.
Right, and that's why he needs to find a way to prevent him from healing. And I think the poison blood would have been better, but then he would have been teleported way out of range and wouldn't have mattered. So it's a really bad situation to be in. Oh, he's so close, man. He can pull it up as close.
I mean, if he prepared poison blood this round,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
he could put poison blood on the paladin,
The horse is hindered.
and the guardian angels can't protect him.
Oh, he's going to guard the blood demon.
Well, he gets vampiric that way, so if something attacks it,
Yeah. The problem is he doesn't get bloodthirsty. Like, it sucks, but
wait. Oh yeah, he doesn't have bloodthirsty this round, does he?
no, because whoever's
Yeah.
going to attack him is all
This
healed.
is smart from Juli.
This right here will lock that blood demon into place, though. Like,
Yeah, so is he? You think he's going to hit with the angel now?
I'm not sure. I
then
think
he
what
can-
I would do is
'cause-
start attacking the mage, but
Because he'd line it up for the ballista next shot to just kill the blood. Well, okay, he's not doing that.
I guess he might just try to take everything out. Oh, it's another defense. It's 3 defenses.
Ooh,
You only rolled back 0 damage, though, so it's effectively a defense.
they're killing him.
Stab him with the horn. Or not.
Terrible rolls from
Oh,
Juli.
man. The dice are
Okay.
bad everywhere.
Yeah, wow.
So bad. I mean, at least the defenses are working for him. Something's working, but yeah, the dice have gone cold.
Disciples just looks like getting mana. Okay.
Watch it be a Drumlick. Late game of Drumlick from the Paladin.
Out of the temple.
So he does not cast anything. Interesting.
Yeah, I probably would have done Poison Blood myself. Just to try. I mean, you gotta try something, right? Ugh.
gonna heal
not
one.
an easy solution.
I mean, he's probably just thinking, I'm going to get 1 healing out or to Juli. Like, I'm just going to heal 1, and then maybe I can do more damage by not attacking right now.
Maybe.
You know, with something with a 15 mana or something. 7 on the
Yeah.
pentagram. Damn.
Yeah, well, at some point, the creatures aren't helping him.
Yeah, what do you get out, I guess?
The Drumlick on
Now
both
you know.
sides. It's a
I mean-
Drumlick on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Cassandra is a decent choice, but
Cassandra would be interesting here. I don't think there's enough burns going around. I think she's better in the Deodrum Warlock, but she still would be good here. She'd be a strong counter, maybe not counter, a strong fighter against the Angels. But it's probably too little too late. Unless you back off now and start armoring up, you're gonna have a rough day.
3rd Guardian Angel comes out, and a Blood Demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Falds, oof. That's the 3rd armor there. 3rd
Yeah,
armor,
that's-
you just
that's
won.
He's just really trying not to get burned.
Not even just that. He's just trying to. It's a solid thing to both prevent burn and damage.
Mm.
Like it's good. Oh, he just nuked that thing.
Yeah, it was going to die anyway, but Afflict Demon's dead now. Didn't get his 2nd week. That's unfortunate.
There is no kill like overkill.
Yeah, he's controlling the creature game, and he's just trying to heal as much as possible right now. He
He's
moved
surviving long enough to keep that creature game advantage going.
Yeah, if you notice, he moved into the Guardian Angel zone with the guard, just because he wants to start protecting himself. He's got another
Has he
here.
lost the creature?
Ooh, force push out. He's looking to get another 5-die
Okay.
attack. Okay.
Yeah, he's going for
This is actually this is a smart choice.
It is. Let's see if he can do something with it. I hope he does. Go Warlock. But ooh.
Divine Reversal. Okay.
Oh,
0.
Oh,
That's
God.
hard.
Oh,
It probably would have
Oh,
done
man.
3 damage and then heal
Yeah.
2. So it would have done maybe 1, honestly.
So he would have done 4 damage because he has piercing 2 on average. I'm just strictly averages, which would have been nullified effectively by the prevent 2 heal 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess he got -2 on the roll, but still.
Interesting. He moved the Dorcius. I would think he'd move the Angel first.
He wants to keep the blood demons away from him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's my guess anyway.
That would make sense. I think at this point he's got enough of a health buffer. He's not too worried about getting spiked. Especially after the Divine Reversal.
With Flame -2, I agree with you.
That too. I was just thinking like with the Divine Reversal too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that put him 14 points from dead. He's almost caught up to Knabbmaster and how far he is from dead. Because Nab has used 14 life on various things.
That's crazy.
Unreal. I like the commitment though. That's not a bashing. That's awesome. That's a great commitment to it. That's just not enough damage output to kill the Angel.
I mean, Guardian Angel, probably one of the best level 3 creatures in the game, just because of these situations.
One of the best, at the very least, one of the best defensive. Even if like they're not out there like beating things down, they're not beat sticks, but they do absorb a lot of damage for their mana cost.
Yeah, they're the tank creature for sure. And I'd argue that Blood Demon has a lot of good support.
Yeah,
and using them by themselves is sometimes problematic, but.
And now this is where Juli wants it to be. The attack is split. There's 2 Blood Demons and a Warlock in one zone. There's a Blood Reaper in another zone. None of them are particularly hugely threatening to said Paladin at this point, so he can kind of just control what the board state looks like.
He's healing 2 from Dorcius. He's going to regen 1. That's crazy. Who's going to pull this out? Yeah.
It's a really well done defensive. I don't want to call it defensive, but it was a really well done survival of early aggression.
Yeah.
Nab with 7 life from winning. Which, to Nab's credit, he did a great job getting him down up to 29 damage. That was a great job. He just couldn't.
Oh, Cassandra is coming out. Okay, I didn't think we'd see this.
I like Cassandra, actually.
I mean, he had the imps, so he probably chose that. I think Cassandra's really more of a.
She's a bit expensive for the stuff he was trying to do earlier, so he couldn't really afford both Cassandra and the actions he was trying to do, which is keep the Paladin in place.
I mean,
The interesting thing is this mirrors a lot of like my practice game earlier, right? Yeah, I spent too much trying to keep him in place and couldn't do it and lost the board state. This is very much happening here. Yeah.
I mean, he's still keeping him on his toes.
Yeah, he's by no means safe.
Disciple comes out.
But at this point, he's much safer than he was even 2 turns ago.
Ooh, that
I
angel
think
just
if Nab can kill these Guardian Angels, he's got a pretty good chance of taking this game back.
Yeah, we might see this angel die. He's gonna guard and heal.
Yeah, there's 3 angels out there. It's gonna be really tough to kill one. The problem with those angels, you need to kill them as they come out. They're not, I don't want to say possible to kill, but they're really, really like force multiplier tough to kill when there's multiple.
That's been the issue of them for a long time. Okay, so he's looking to get
Dorcius is going to go help.
That's fine. If he attacks the Guardian Angel, it has no defense.
You punch the Guardian Angel there, and then it's flying, and you can attack it with the Blood Demon.
This Blood Demon might take it out. Oh, wow, great hit.
Yeah, right? There you go.
Like,
so Nab is only at 7 damage, but that's significantly larger than 7 damage against most things because he's got 24 life only now.
Ooh. Killer. Okay. It's another one of the errata cards.
Yep.
And yeah, once you start dealing damage to Nab, that's going to start adding up.
It's going to add up way quicker than normal because of the... Yeah. It's going to add up way quicker than normal because of... Oh, he just has not to.
Yeah, it was a smart choice.
Because of the lack of armor and the lack of life. Again, I like the commitment. I mean, like, so close.
One low.
Right. And this is where it becomes really tough. Like, because the angel didn't die, Dorcius could heal the angel now. I don't know why you would over the Paladin, but I'm just saying you could.
Man, that Guardian Angel whiffed it too. Dang.
This is the consecrated ground. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be rough. I think
now that he's got all of his creatures in the same zone.
He's controlling the fight at this point. So
Who's he gonna go
breaking
with the
through the control of the fight at this point is super difficult. Yuli's done a great job getting control in the
it's
first
kind of
place.
interesting because Consecrated Ground actually doesn't give a damage to Cassandra. Huh. It's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Guess I haven't seen that before. Theft of Life, good choice.
That
I
is
love
still
this card.
funny.
People don't want to dispel Theft of Life because it doesn't feel like it does a lot, but at the same time, like, you're
It's-
stopping something at least.
It's one of those where, like, if you have remove curses, which a lot of people do, it's a good trade there because it's a mana to get rid of that. Pillar of Righteous Flame doing 4 damage. So,
Yep. And a
for the
4-die
first
attack.
time in the game, Knabbmaster's now closer to death than Juli.
Yeah, it's not looking good, that's for sure.
Yeah. And you can kind of see the gambit, right? The gambit was get as much damage as you can early, win the game before Yuli's long game takes over. Nab damn near got it. But
Ooh, the Luminous Blast play.
yeah.
I like seeing that.
Oof, the stun, that's not good.
That
Throws a
might
little
be
bit.
game over.
That's while it's not literal GG's yet, it's effectively.
Yeah, I agree.
It's gonna be tough.
I mean, basically, he's stable. It was actually a pretty close game.
It was a very close game.
Like,
Absolutely close game.
Brace yourself.
Still 6 more damage from the ballista, which will 5
Yeah,
critical.
that's it.
Oh my
He's
god.
dead.
Yep.
That is it.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead. That being said, great game from both participants. I mean, like I said earlier, Knabbmaster put 29 damage onto Juli before. Like he had 31 instead of 36 at one point as well. Just so close.
Yeah, and to note on that, like in my temple plays, very similar, where you take a bunch of damage and then like barely survive through it. That was a really well played from Nab, or from both actually.
Yeah,
From Juli though, to like stick to his guns and target the right things and try to make it through.
He made a lot of the right calls, especially early. A lot of good predictions too. The cloak has been actually really good because of the amount of flame attacks that Nab had to deal with, or Nab couldn't break through because of the dice reduction.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you've seen in chat how he says he never really runs the cloak, but
Dorcius though, dang, got what 20 healing, something like that. I mean, obviously it was reversed sometimes, so it did actually make a detriment. But it was cast turn 2, I believe, and maybe it's like more like 8 healing, or like 10 healing or something like that. But 8. Damn.
Yeah, that was a very well played.
The Guardian Angels blocked so much damage too.
Yeah, they blocked a lot. They healed a lot themselves.
They're talking about their match.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's this match. So I don't know, Puddin, you got any comments before we end this video?
I'm still trying to figure out if the worst defender was Dorcius or the triple guardian angel.
Yeah.
Define worst defender for me.
Well, I mean, props to Juli for running a good book, right? But this is exactly the kind of book that drives me crazy. Right? It's just I'm gonna sit here. You're gonna do everything you possibly can, and nothing is gonna work.
Like a denial kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
To be fair, it is a holy mage, which is particularly good at the healing that he was able to do, and it is a well constructed healing book to the point that he knew he was going for the long game. Nab actually did a really, really good job of putting that much damage on him. Ultimately, I agree with you, but I wanted to make sure we're fair to both sides. That's all.
Yeah, no, I don't think Nab played poorly.
No, he played very well.
Definitely not. And I think the Pentagram did some serious work that game.
It did. It's nice to see it well used, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the turning point was the action sequence of what was that? It was like round 4 or something, where the ballista shot, the angel hit, and the paladin did something, and and that was a dead blood demon. And
it effectively turned when the creature balance flipped in favor of the paladin.
Right, and then none of the creatures that Nab didn't kill any creatures.
Yeah, right. I sure that's a question, but I don't. Did any holy creature die?
I don't think so.
I think they all healed through. Yeah.
So I mean,
but the other thing is, he made that choice.
Yeah,
he made the choice to hit the paladin instead of the other creatures.
That's a big point. Yeah, you're right.
It is a very good point. I was going to bring them too.
That if he had kidnapped the horse, that he might have gotten on top of the creature game a little sooner.
At this
point, guardian angels are irritating, but they don't hit very hard.
At this point, I would almost guarantee Juli has another one. At the cost of 14 and 4 spellbook points, I almost guarantee it that he has another one.
Okay, but
so
how much you killed a creature, and your creatures are still out there, and how much you can spend more mana to get another creature out?
Do a quick math. At the time, there was 2 blood demons and a firebrand imp. Okay. In one round, you are not statistically likely to kill that horse.
I mean, you stick a rust on the horse, you get it back, and then
you could
it's just straight up damage.
Also fair. That's another 4 mana you put into it on top of the 9 you did from the teleport yank.
Okay, but the teleport yank is a positional advantage spell. It's not a straight up trade for creature spell.
I'm not saying you're wrong on any particular point. My point is it costs a hell of a lot to kill this horse. Far more than the 14 it costs you to put another one out there. So
I just want to add something really quick.
A bit tougher, even if you teleport yank the horse.
What's up, Justin?
Just to add something more, the ballista stacking extra dice on before or after a friendly creature attack, that was a big deal for that first Blood Reaper blood demon that died. Because really Nab didn't have much of a chance to react, except for that one quick cast. Because basically that Guardian Angel came in first, did some damage, and then it followed up by a quick cast, and then the ballista Guardian Angel attack again. And that sort of was just kind of the nail in the coffin for the one armor dude, you know?
Ballista in particular excels against flying creatures and games where you can keep the fight at least range 1 away, right? The problem that I've seen a lot of ballistas having is that a lot of times the fight moves into the ballista zone because it's a high threat target.
So I guess my point is, I'm guessing Juli chose Paladin specifically because Ballista and War School are options. And I almost think that, in my head anyway, whenever I verse a Paladin, especially that's doing Temple, I'm going to always think then, where are they going to land the Ballista? And then sort of that's just something you have to think about. And it just kind of got ignored because he was just trying to kill the Paladin. And that Ballista really, it took out creatures. I think it took out 2 creatures, by just having the double fire shot. With someone attacking it and then the ballista shot, and that was kind of a big deal. Yeah. I think
it did add the what do you call it? The push over the life threshold. Mm-hmm. It definitely helped with that. Yep. All of that is probably true, and I think you're, like you said earlier, teleporting the horse away and spiking it down if you can find a way to kill it. Would be interesting to see how it played out, but I'm not convinced that I know exactly how it would have played out without seeing it.
Well, no, you don't, right?
So,
I mean, the Paladin stays safe and gets to do his meditation thing if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's advancing his board state even further. Granted, he's down
too, though, right?
Maybe. How much mana are you spending versus how much are you putting a new creature out, or are you actually spending mana to kill?
You put the little imps out.
Maybe.
And they hinder the horse, and your blood demons and your warlock take it out. And your pentagram is getting a mana every turn when you hit that horse.
I agree to maybe.
But I wonder if one thing that made Juli's book so effective is that you see very few people online take area of effect spells or mass spells of any kind. right? Like a
saturation kind of thing.
well, you at any point in that game. Now, granted, this is hindsight, but a distraction to knock off all the guards in the zone, an arcane webbing, or I don't know if that's only
Yeah, I know
for
what you're talking
minor
about.
creatures,
Yeah.
but or a repulse, or a force wave, or
Something to spread the guards out, basically.
something to spread everything out. And it might just be worth a one-off to put a repulse in your book. If you know that one of the archetypes you're going to face is somebody who masses guards and is untouchable,
That's fair.
you could get a repulse in there. You could get a sandstorm in there if you wanted to do damage with it, like,
Oh, that's fair.
or a mass sleep even. And I know that's mind 4, so not very likely. But even a distraction, which is what
Dude,
mind
sleep
2.
meta, new meta.
Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't bother the holy mage to mass sleep because they can heal through the hitting things to wake them up, but they still have to spend actions on it, right? When in that case, you might be able to get your damage in edgewise. But it's not something that people have considered recently because nobody does it.
True.
And
There's a lot of
wonder
development
if that's a little an option to include in the future. And I know 120 points is not very many, even though 120 is a big number.
It definitely feels like it runs out way too fast, doesn't it?
So
yeah, I have a feeling we'd have that same problem at 240. But yeah, 120 has the same.
Well, games would last 4 hours.
I know. I'm just,
on average.
No matter what the number is, my point is, no matter what the number is, it still feels like too little. You always want to do something else.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I mean, Juli had 50 cards left.
Jeez, how much did Nab have left? Just curiosity.
33. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was pretty all in on that kill.
Yeah, he had a specific timing that he wanted to hit.
He dang near hit it. He dang near did.
Yeah.
Like, it was a valiant attempt.
So back at that opening, though, if Dorcius cost 20 mana, right? What does Temple of Asir cost? 2? 10, rather?
The temple costs, we just hit restarts, I don't know. I want to say it's 10 or 12.
Yeah, so first turn,
I think
he casts
might be 11.
14 mana worth of stuff, and he gains 12 mana.
10.
Yeah, 10 mana. Thank you.
So he casts 14 mana worth of stuff, and he gains 12 mana, which means that he would not have been able to cast the horse second turn.
Correct.
Yeah, so right now, in the recording of this video, Dorcius is 18, which means that right now, Juli could still do his strategy. Because he has exactly 18.
But he could do nothing else.
Yes.
So if he really wanted to, stop a rush or something, maybe Dorcius.
What was the second thing?
I also don't think the first thing off was the horse. I believe the first thing off was a guardian angel.
Oh yeah, you're right. I think it might have been.
So then he followed up with the meditation amulet. I believe he can still do what he's trying to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think the meditation
guardian angel. No, he cast
Dorcius.
My fault. I am clearly remembering correctly.
So with this change, he probably couldn't do this, and I'm guessing we're going to see the meditation amulet.
Well, he would have to guardian angel first.
Right. He'd have to change the order up.
And I still don't think he'd be able to get the horse out second turn at 18 mana.
He's going to be at 3 plus 10, so let me see. Has he done this yet? Yes,
he'll be at 15 next turn.
15 plus 2, so he'll have 17.
No, 13 plus 2.
Oh, yep, 13 plus 2. Yep.
So he could guardian angel and meditate again.
If he had done guardian angel instead of Dorcius this time, he would have plus 2 mana from that.
Right, so he would have 15
plus 2 on the
if he had
temple.
done guardian angel first.
Plus 2 on the temple, right?
Yeah, 15 plus 2 on the temple, which is 17, which is still not enough for Dorcius.
Yeah.
So
the guardian angel is a
you'd have to
then you
guardian
do-
angel and then meditate and ritual, and then you could do the horse on the third.
Or you could just do a second guardian angel. You just change your order. You put Dorcius further towards the end.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. If you guardian angel meditation amulet on turn, guardian angel meditation amulet on
Guardian angel
second
again.
turn, and then Guardian Angel and Ritual 3rd turn, you can get Dorceus out 4th turn.
Yeah.
And keep this the same.
Otherwise, you delay it another turn.
So what does he get out instead of? I don't remember what his second card is on the 3rd turn.
I think he just says Guardian Angels here.
Well, yeah, the Guardian Angel comes off the temple.
Oh, and then he
meditates again.
And then I think he casts the armor. Or the Aegis, I should say. I think he does.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the robe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the robe.
Because it's cheap and a good way to get Aegis.
Yeah,
yep, there it is.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
so you would not be able to do that.
So right now, the 4 extra mana, big consideration. I mean, really, I don't think it would have changed that much in this early game, because Dorsey's just chilling. But maybe when he first got ganked, maybe it would just become.
I'll say the interesting thing is that it would have been the timing of the gank, right? It would have been Dorceus would not have been able to run forward and make it so he had an easy fallback route.
That's true.
That would be ultimately the biggest change. Now, whether that changes the outlook right here, right? Because Dorceus would have just come out. He would not have the robe, and it would be 2 angels and Dorceus out there with whatever else the Paladin had, right?
Yeah.
He's a lot more vulnerable at this point.
So the angels would have had to have come out.
Yeah. The angels would have been able to help with the fallback point. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
It would not have been as much healing done from the horse from Dorceus.
Honestly, I don't think it necessarily makes it so Knabbmaster would absolutely win, but it would give him a slightly better edge, just because of this move right here.
Yep, right there. That's ultimately the difference in the cost of Dorceus to the future that our next videos will show at some point.
Because you're still getting the value of what you're casting him for out of the healing, and not to mention that he's a 4-die beastly creature. It's just happening later turns, and it makes you a little bit more vulnerable early game. It's interesting.
So the Blood Demon has 2 damage on it right now because it attacked into the guarding Paladin.
Yep. He's gonna heal probably because it's
that one heals and then he takes more damage later. There's a whole sequence to this one.
The ballistic combo we're talking about. It's a super interesting game.
Yeah, very interesting. A lot of analysis to be done here too, which is really cool.
I know everyone's probably like, you guys might have turned this off by now, but this is like kind of what we think about when we watch replays. Is like exactly how the changes we're talking about. This is a playtesting tournament.
Exactly.
How that affects
games. Has 5 mana on it.
The reason for this tournament is to analyze how strong and or weak a lot of the cards still left in the game are. Mm-hmm. The point of this is to playtest. So this analysis is part of the show.
Yeah, honestly, I would still run Dorceus. This is still a really good book.
At 18, I would absolutely run Dorceus.
It's still insanely strong here.
To be honest, it wasn't, when I did my look back, it wasn't until 21, 22 where it starts getting questionable.
Yeah.
At 20, he's still worth it.
Yeah, that was basically everyone says that Dorceus is too good as it is. Or at 14. So, like, a lot of people say 16 to 21 is generally the range people say.
Large range we have.
It's a large range, which, to be fair, that's how games work.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of varying opinions on it.
So here we go. This is going to be a big
game. Blood Demon is healed.
Yeah, I think he dies next round.
Yeah, it's not the next round.
I believe this Guardian Angel goes in and hits the Blood Demon.
This is what I was talking about. He gets the double hit and then the ballista hit. And
that's 3, so now he's got 8 health left.
1 armor.
Yep.
1 armor. Ballista's going to do 5 dice. Guardian Angel's going to do 3 dice. That is statistically likely to almost kill it.
Yeah.
He rolled slightly above average on the criticals from the Angel, but the reason that Blood Demon was in range in the first place is because the free action from the Ballista, which is really
and here it is.
Well played here.
Here it comes.
Yeah. Yep. So he rolled. I guess technically it was 8 crits in a row, but the Ballista has piercing 3, so it doesn't matter.
It wasn't like it was a crazy die roll.
Basically crit damage.
Yeah, it's less than a standard deviation.
That wasn't a crazy die roll.
It was not.
Yeah. That's a big point I was mentioning earlier in the game.
I think while we're talking here, to continue on with the Dorceus analysis, though, is that there would not be quite as much board presence for the Paladin in terms of defensive cards on the field. Right now, he would be down at least a cloak or a robes, and probably at least another
Yeah.
card.
Yeah,
If
you're right.
he ran the same order of stuff. Now, he may find a way to change the order up and still piece together something resembling what looks here. It just won't quite be as strong.
So ultimately,
mean it
I
can't
don't think it cripples this at all.
I don't think
it weakens it, but not crippling.
Yeah.
I've read some like responses saying like I'll never run Dosius again, and I just disagree. Like, based on what I'm seeing here, I think it's still a great choice.
Especially at 18.
Yeah.
At 18, we can compare him to even Cassandra, and he just outclasses her.
Yeah,
that's
different.
That finite life regen was from the beginning undervalued, and it's not like something we knew was going to happen, right?
Yeah, it's something
I
people
remember
talk about.
playtesting it wasn't crazy, but it's just really good. It doesn't always come into play as finite life, but it's effectively for healing a turn if you try to hurt the horse.
We'll just steam through this, but yeah, I think that's all we're going to.
He can't heal himself.
I think it's not.
No, and that's fair. And I didn't mean to imply that either. It's just more of the fact that he's still healing a total of 4 points from multiple things, and if you can find ways like with Guardian Angels, for example.
Oh yeah, he's not even attacking Dorsey.
Just spread the damage around. That force is extremely multiplied.
Like if Dorsey was taking damage, that would be insane value now because now you're healing 4 around. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean, so if in that initial stage, Dorseus had just come out, you could have teleport ganked Dorseus and done a bunch of damage to it.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't have been able to get back out until the next turn, at which point you would have initiative to do more damage first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way it played out in this one, he would have been able to, because it was Yuli's initiative after the yank.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there are times that doesn't count towards the analysis. Just this specific example may not have worked out that way.
Well, in this specific example, instead of cursing the Paladin, you could have cursed the horse or the rust.
That's fair too.
And then teleported it.
I think what I would have done instead would be a holy or unholy reversal, because you have enough dice to put on average a little over 8 damage on the horse and kill him.
Aegis 1.
It's really tough to gauge completely because the Aegis 1 plus the 2 armor is huge.
Yeah, 4 and 6 dice are a little rough, but I could see it.
It would have been. I guess
it would be 3 and.
It'd have been 3 and 5. Yeah. And actually 2 and 5 now that I think about it. Because the first hit would not have had Bloodthirsty.
Yeah. I mean, unless you manage to hit it with your Warlock.
Yeah, unless you punch him for a damage or 2.
Yeah, that is kind of a big deal there too.
So there's a lot of factors into it. Like, he's a very tough horse.
Well, I think it's all we're gonna glean from this game.
We got a lot of good analysis there. Well played by both contestants again. Juli and Knabbmaster, that was a hell of a game.
I really enjoyed that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the all-in gambit almost work too. Like, I was hoping it would work, but it damn near did.
That was what, 3 Rituals of Calyx and 3 Blood Reapers?
3 Rituals and 2 Blood Reapers, I believe.
Crazy.
A total of 14 life lost from
that.
Yeah, that's insane. I love it.
Not
many majors pull that off.
Well, guys, thanks for joining. We're going to do more games. We probably have a whole playlist on our YouTube. So really appreciate Puddin' Shark, you guys helping commentate, joining me.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure one of us. We're kind of all hosts here. So
those who may be watching this, and if the playtesting is still going on, please join us in the Mage Wars Discord for the discussion. Input is always welcome. Brainstorming is helpful. This is how we get new ideas.
Yeah.
We'll put a link in the description, I guess, for the Mage Wars Discord.
Yeah, I think we have something like that. But thanks for joining us, guys. Bye.